Hello, I'm Patrick. I'm here today to give you an overview of the Macrostock Studio system. It's your complete solution for livestock data management. To access Macrostock Studio, go to macrostock.com and log in with your username and password. The home screen of Macrostock Studio is broken into 6 tabs across the top. First we have mobs, then groups, locations, sales, purchases, and all animals. All animals is all the animals that are in your Macrostock database. Coming back across, the functionality of the mobs, groups and locations screens is very similar. Looking at the mobs, we can view them here in a list or grid view, and we're able to edit the name of any mob, group or location simply by clicking on the icon. We're able to merge a mob with another one or simply delete it. Deleting a mob, group or location doesn't delete the animals, it just removes the animals from that mob. Coming in to view the animals that are in here, first screen we get a summary. Here we have 50 animals with the total weight, the average gain, the average daily gain, the average total gain from the first time you weighed them to the last time, and the average daily gain. Scrolling down, you can see the maximum, minimum and average weights. You can look at a split of animals by their weight ranges. You can see a graph of their live weight history. You can see a graph of the average, maximum, minimum live weight gains. And again, you can have a look at the split of how that weight gain is tracking. The tabs at the top are performance, history, animals and sessions. The performance tab is designed if you set a target against the animals, and that could be a finish date based on their live weight. In this case, we have a finish date target of the 1st of October 2025 for these animals to be ready. Scrolling across, you can see how many days since they were weighed, what their initial weight was on the property, the previous weight, and what their current weight is. Then based on that data, we're then able to see how they're tracking and whether they're going to be on track or off track for your target finish date. Under the History tab, we're able to see the entire history for every animal in this mob. So here we have it set on live weight, and we can see every time these animals have been weighed. So in this case, the majority of them were weighed in January, and then again in March. However, if you want to see the history, say, of treatments, you might want to see how many of them have been given a 5-in-1 vaccine and when. Select that, and now you can see that most of them were given a 5-in-1 vaccine on the 30th of January 25. Under the Animals tab, you can see all the animals and information about each one. So if you click on the little arrow at the side, it'll expand out the individual record for the animal and what their history of weights and treatments has been, giving you a whole 360 picture of that animal. The last tab is the sessions, and that's when the animals were weighed and the dates of it. On any of these screens where there's a grid of the animals, you can click on an animal and it will come out with a slide out panel at the side, and you can modify individual animal information. For instance, you may want to change the breed or the tag colour of an animal and save it. And you can also, it's another view where you can look at the history of an animal individually. This same operation works for groups and locations. Coming down the side, you've got the same tabs across the top, mobs, group, locations, etc. And then underneath that we have sessions. So this is all the weighing sessions from your Macrostock tablet. If we were to pick on July 2025, you can see we've done a number of weighings. Here you can click in and see those individual records for that weighing session. The functionality is the same. You've got the animals, the history, the traits that you've recorded across the top on these animals. Any of them can be clicked into and edited either in bulk or individually by selecting the records and editing them. You're also able to set an alert on an animal, and that could be with something such as a withholding period or some other alert that you'd want to see on the animal next time they come through your cattle handler or racewell sheep handler. Next tab down is drafting sets. Here we're able to set up a drafting set and then push it down to the tablet. Coming in here, we create a draft gate. You can name the gate. You can set to draft by weight or by weight gain. You can set a hold. You can draft by mob, group, sex, EID, or animal alert. You can put a quota on a draft gate, and you can assign animals that go at that gate to a specific mob. You can build up drafting gates and keep adding gates as much as you want, and you'll get a view similar to this that we've got on screen now. Next tab down is reporting. The reporting screen allows you to query the data right across your whole database and then generate a report which you can then export out. So for instance, if we were wanting to see all animals that were a breed of, let's say, Shorthorn, and they were in a mob, it could be multiple mobs, let's just say the hill mob, and we want to see the live weight information about them. Select those fields, click generate report, and you have that data, and you're able to export that out at the click of a button. The next three tabs, we have contacts, so that's for when you're doing a sale or a purchase, you assign a contact to them. We have settings, which allows you to edit the list of breeds, list of traits, and the list of treatments in your system. And then the very last screen is the import screen. This allows you to import records, either new records or update existing ones. To upload a record, you need a CSV file. Click on Upload CSV. Select the file that you want to import. And you can now see the records that we have here. Then you map the fields or assign the fields to the Macrostock Studio database. So here we have EID, and we also have live weight. When we go next, we can also assign generic information about them. So we could create a session. We could assign a breed to them and any other information that we wanted to assign. Click next. It'll give you a preview of what's going to be imported into the system. Once you're happy with it, hit confirm. It'll take a minute or two and you'll get an email once the data has been imported into the system. Now that we've imported the animals, you can now come back to sessions, and you can see under the Sessions tab our imported records, and you can see all the animals that we imported. So sign up for a Macrostock Studio subscription today and get control of your livestock data in a simple and organised solution. It's your complete solution for livestock data management. If you have any questions, reach out to our sales team, where our friendly tech support team will be available to assist you with any tricky questions. Thank you.